What are we here for?
We're out in Yadkin County getting a truck cap put on. Very excited. It's going to be a nice addition to the truck.
Get a look at her.
It's getting a new hairdo.
Just like you. With your new mustache.
So I know it's been a while since our last update, but we've been super busy. So we had a few minutes today, so I figured we'd sit down and get everybody caught up. So as you can see, we got a truck cap, which is really exciting. So now we have technically 2 bedrooms if we wanted to crash in there, which is very, very exciting. Just cut some foam down, fit it in there, bada bing, bada boom. You got a honeymoon suite. So what else? What else have we been up to?
Well, since we got back from Maine, we've been able to fully live in our trailer full time.
Also, since we've been here, winter has set in, so it's been going down to the teens, 20s overnight here. So because of that, we had to winterize the trailer. It was kind of exciting, like learning how to winterize a trailer. It's actually, anybody could do it. You just pump a bunch of antifreeze through the whole system, drain the tanks and everything. But yeah, we've been living without running water now for 2 weeks, couple weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Definitely changes the way that you have to live. We don't use normal dishes anymore, every paper plates. And
Classy.
yeah, it's very classy. Cooking's different. You try to cook without using anything. You know, try to have a no dish night. We don't shower much. Yeah, it's different. Brush your teeth with your leftover water.
Leftover?
Yeah.
Where does the leftover water come from?
Like, what's in your cup
Okay.
at the end of the day.
All right.
But it's not the worst. I mean, we're warm and we're comfortable, and we still got just about everything else we need. We're just a little dirtier.
We also got a TV, which is really cool, so we can like watch movies in here now and football, so that was pretty exciting.
Yeah. We don't watch a lot of TV or movies, but every once in a while it's nice to have a normal night and just
get lost in a story.
Yeah.
You know?
We watched Hamilton recently. That was cool.
I don't want this to turn into one of these like Hamilton endorsements.
Okay.
Because remember when Hamilton came out and everyone's like, you gotta watch Hamilton! And like, it was annoying. And now like we're late to the party in doing that. Because Disney Plus. We didn't
I
want
didn't
to
even
fork
know we
over the
had
money to get Disney Plus. Yeah. Well, we got it with a new cell phone plan.
You gotta give me the login.
Yeah, I guess I can give it to you. Yeah. Now that we've got you guys caught up, the main feature of this video is Macy. Welcome to the Macy Holiday Special. The rest of the video is going to be about our furry traveling companion, Macy. Vigorously cleaning herself right now.
She's probably cleaner than either of us.
She probably is cleaner than both of us.
So a lot of people are really curious what it's like having your cat in a trailer and on the road with you. And at first I didn't know what it would be like. I wasn't sure that Macy would like it or that she would travel well. And we kind of just took a gamble.
So we did a bunch of tests at Christina's place in Watertown before we even came down here, before we got the trailer. And we would take her out in the car, take her for drives, take her out on a leash, you know, all that weird cat owner stuff.
Yeah.
And she took to it very well.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was one time she went after a chipmunk and got clotheslined by the leash. But otherwise, she was great. She is super calm in the car. She would meow for like a half hour and then get used to it. And it wouldn't even be a big deal for her.
Yeah, I got her used to being in a harness, which has been a really great thing for her, actually. It, I think, helps her feel more calm and secure. And it's easier having her in the harness than trying to get her into a carrier. She much prefers being in her harness and just being able to be free in the car, mostly just sitting on my lap or in the center console. So that's how we travel with her.
So traveling down to Asheville from Watertown with Macy, I was anticipating the worst. You know, being in the car for 7-8 hours straight, I figured it would just push her over the edge. She'd be puking everywhere. But that was not the case at all. After about 45 minutes, she was totally used to riding the truck. She was sitting on the center console, just hanging out, enjoying herself. Yeah. The only issue I think we had coming down here was we stayed in an Airbnb, and she got stuck under the sectional couch there. And it took us like a half hour to lure her out with food. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of hilarious. But otherwise, it went really well. And she's spent a couple nights in Walmart parking lots. Mm-hmm. And I would consider her to be a traveling kitty.
Yeah, she's good. She's a traveling cat now. One of the hardest parts about having an animal on the road is knowing how to handle their health, or if anything were to come up with them while you're traveling. We knew going into this trip that Macy needed to have some dental work done, and it wasn't something that we could accomplish in Boston before we left. So we had to wait until we got down here and moved in and had a safe place for her to be before we could get her surgery done. And that was a little scary, but she seems to be doing really well. She gained some weight. We had 7 teeth pulled from her mouth for surgery, all for a good reason. She's healing great, and she's her happy, normal self. So fingers crossed that Macy will be happy and healthy for the rest of this trip. But if you are going to travel with your pets, I definitely recommend getting them to the vet, getting them checked out, making sure they're healthy and that they have all their shots so that they can travel happily and safely with you. Another question that people might have while you're traveling with a cat is, where do you put the litter box? That was a challenge at first, but we happened to find the perfect place to put it. And all thanks to Jessie, who installed an amazing cat box door. And she has the perfect little place to call her own now.
Just a little hangout, and it was kind of cute, kind of sad, kind of funny when she was recovering from her surgery. She would just go into that little cubby hole and sit on the other side of the door and just like glare at us. I think she was just sort of getting through it in her own way.
Yeah.
But it was a safe place for her to be alone and recover and not have to worry about, getting surprised or anything like that. So I do think she sees it as a little cat haven.
So now that the trailer is almost finished, I was looking for a new project to work on. And making candles is something that I've always really loved doing, and I've always dreamed of starting my own line of candles. So I decided now is a great time to start a candle company. You can check it out. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Wild Flame Co. I'm just starting out, but if you want to follow along and see what I come up with, that would be cool.
So next steps for us is in a week we're having some new batteries and a solar charger controller put on the trailer so we can use our foldable solar panels. And that's the last thing we need to do before we embark on this journey. So the next update will hopefully have everything running, and it will be dewinterized, and we'll be in Florida. So looking forward to that big time. So yeah, see you guys then.